again, I suppose it's a bit like the WhatsApp group. It's a bit of a
nice wee social
cocoon
okay.
of, yeah.
So just having these kind of little things, pockets of support, actually, yeah, can I call them pockets
Yeah,
of support?
yeah.
Do you think that's helping you overall then?
Oh yeah, I would say so, yeah, definitely.
Like, given how you were last summer to now, like, do you feel like that's helpful, or?
Yeah, it's just so different. When you're off sick, you're obviously on your own a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit with the blokes on counter-terrorism. Then I was off sick and you're off on your own a lot. And then I'm with this group of women.
For sure.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, really, yeah.
That's interesting.
I need to write to the police rehab centre as well, because they're doing a study about how rehab helps you get back to work.
Oh, fab.
And that was sort of I reckon that was about the turning point, going to
the rehab centre.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome, actually. So do you think your experience has affected how others might view you as well?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, because...
In what way do you reckon?
I'm trying to... You mean people... Well, I suppose there's two sets of people, isn't there? There's work and people not at work.
Yeah. I
was just embarrassed at work, hobbling around all the time, like some old lady. And I suppose that I could be thinking that they're thinking she's of less use.
Okay.
You know. But then your friends are thinking, what can we do? You know, do we leave her alone? Do we cheer her up? That sort of thing, I suppose, when it's bad. And then now it's just, I think, and you tend to withdraw, don't you? So you can't help it. You sort of, even though you're alone and bored and perhaps a bit lonely, you carry on down that path and avoid people, and you feel pain, uncomfortable with your weight and how you look. And so you avoid people, you avoid going out. And then when you change or you feel better, there's less pain, you feel better about how you look. Like, that's really weird that you asked that, and I'm just thinking now, because CT must have seen me as some sort of Fruit the Loop, I think, bunch of blokes. I go to this shift, and then one of the girls said the other day, or one of the women said the other day, she said, you're like the raspberry in a glass of Prosecco, you make all the bubbles.
Oh,
and
that's
I was
so
like,
nice.
Oh my goodness. They saw that my nickname's Bubbles, because
that's so lovely.
I know. And I was just really gobsmacked. I was like, argh. But they were saying because they buoyed the shift up. But I don't mean to. I just...
It's like you're literally describing two different people.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's interesting, because I've not actually interviewed anyone who's kind of come out
the other side yet.
Yeah. And it's really nice to hear you kind of speak that way.
Yeah.
Which is great. Oh, Bubbles, that's so lovely.
I know.
I think the first thing that came to my head was Ab Fab. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the crazy girl. Well, yeah, that blonde head. Yeah, totally.
Can I ask then, do you feel like it's impacted on any of your kind of significant relationships then? Or what relationships you consider to be significant?
I think I don't have a partner, so I've got an ex-husband, and my kids are 7 and nearly 10, and I think they were just, they didn't know what to do. They want to help me. Martha tries to, when it was painful, she was trying to put lots of pillows on the sofa, and she was trying to rub my back, and because they'd hear me literally step and go and they'd be like, oh, what's wrong with me? And I was like, oh, it's just my back, it's just, and they're like, oh, all right, Mum, you know, rub my back, and and stuff like that. And then I would be snappy, saying the class, just normal things like, why don't you pick your clothes off the floor, because I've got a bad back and now you're making me, and then but I'm just putting the guilt on them, and that's not fair. So yeah, that was all pretty. And somebody once asked Thomas, is there anything about home that upsets you or something like that? and he said, "Oh, just that Mummy's back hurts and makes her sad." So I suppose in that when I look back on that period, the relationship with the kids was just could be quite fraught.
Got you.
And they didn't know what to do, but they tried. But then I'd be snappy, or just be a mong in bed. So there was, massively, I suppose.
And do you feel like it's changed now?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? It's just I bought a dog, a bit random, but we got a dog.
I love dogs.
Yeah, so we take him out a lot.
Yeah.
Just obviously a lot more active, up and about. Yeah, and they just see me as happier. Thomas bought me a candle when I started losing weight as a well done mummy, so they can see the important things that are important to me, that they want to say well done.
Yeah.
And then I suppose I bet they're thinking, I've got two mummies. I've got grumpy mummy and this new mummy.
No, so, you're kind of describing without sounding weird. It's like my mum was kind of like you as well.
Yeah.
So like single mum working a lot and stuff, bad back and things. So yeah, I can understand.
They must think who they're going to get today, but there's not a lot. No. There's nothing I can. Well, yeah. So I think they think it's much better now.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it is.
Dog.
I know. So it's just, I suppose I partly wanted to do this because there is, I don't know how other people, but the kind of mobility, the change in job, change in circumstances.
Yeah.
If people look at that rather than just surgery or pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, without sounding super biased, I guess you said because I'm in pain psychologist. Yeah. Anyway, I completely agree with you. We need to look at these other factors as well.
Yeah.
And it's evident from what you've said, at least anyway, and what other people I've interviewed, that these factors are not looked at enough. But also when people find out that these factors really help, when they change them, that's where we see like long-term kind of changes as well.
I think it's you get told to stay mobile, and you do know you've got to do it, but you don't want to do it because you're in pain. But the benefits are so, and if you relieve stress, look at your job or somewhere else in your life where there's stress. If you relieve the stress and get mobile, I can only say that's what's happened to me. So like I said, it's not massively physically mended itself. It just hasn't, has it? So there's something else.
Yeah, but I think it's from what you said, it's the idea of managing.
Yeah.
As well. I might be wrong, but that's kind of.
Yeah. It's sort of, you can feel it every day, but it's just not as what it was.
Yeah.
So it's not changed or gone away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask, how have you found your experience of treatment seeking overall?
Well, it's kind of, with the NHS, it's just long-winded. It's just when that's not going to change. So I suppose you can see the GPs are there to give medicine, and that's what happened. And then you ask for the referral, and then it goes to surgery.
Yeah.
And then when that's not deemed suitable, you go to pain management. That's potentially where you get the injections. Yeah, I suppose in the NHS there isn't. I don't think there's you get a stretch leaflet, but there's nothing about. I don't know. I suppose it's the NHS's job to suggest aromatherapy or yoga or anything else. But it's definitely more pharmaceutical and surgical. But I suppose that's their job. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's entirely up to you. Yeah. It's kind of, what you make a bit more than anything else. So if you could summarise everything into one word, what would that word be?
About my treatment?
Yeah. What would it be?
In the NHS?
Overall.
Oh my goodness.
I thought this would be an easy question, but
it's not.
Been.
No. I want to say lengthy, but that's really boring. But so then I was going to say surprising.
Okay, so why surprising in particular? Why is that kind of?
Because I was convinced it was all physical. It never And like I said before, I think as an